like how it tastes. Shawty, use a can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, it's crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for the Ravens. 43 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. On 2nd down, Ingram.
Ingram again the ball carrier. To Marcus Lawrence on the start. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. 4th down, here's Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Domada Peko racks up the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. 3rd and long for Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down. They'll run on first down. Ingram. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Ingram, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On first down, Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
He got 29 yards that time.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go, get out there, get out there.
To throw is Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
57 to Mike. 56. 46, 46. 46.
Prescott. Pernell McPhee providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. Towards the end zone for Brown. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 36 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Ravens 14, Cowboys nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
At the 45-yard line.
Come on, D!
On first down, Ingram. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. It's caught by Roberts. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, 28 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
Let's go, baby. Pick 6 all day. Don't throw my side.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Got it. 53. Mike. Wild Check.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to sling this deep down, and this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 40 yards, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score. Ravens 28. Cowboys nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, though. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Jackson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to pour it on. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
Tight end right.
A first down carry by Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
At the Ravens' 40-yard line.
Here's Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
I got 82. 82 is mine. Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
This is Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Ingram. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Another carry for the workhorse tonight. Ingram churning. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter.
Single slot. Check 82. Watch 82. Ball coming 82. We got.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Hey, kill.
Prescott from the gun on third. And that is incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On second down, it's Edwards. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Again, it's Edwards. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it? And now here is another interception. The former Longhorn back home, Earl Thomas. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
This is Edwards. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
but they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
On second down and 4, Jackson flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Jackson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
No, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And fights through one man. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Prescott now. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They run with Edwards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jackson now, letting one go deep for Roberts. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson, he gets it to Brown, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Now it's Jackson, and this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Roberts has it. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Now Jackson on first down. Roberts got it. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Rush in. Rush in. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up.
Jackson will throw again. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Complete to Marquise Brown. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Ravens.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, this from 48. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this